Okay, so I'm going to take the sessions Python. So this is the first session. And before start the session, first let me introduce myself. I have total 14 year of experience in IT industry. I worked in a multiple domain projects like the insurance domain, medical domain, banking section, industrial section, healthcare, agriculture, and working on almost all programming languages. Initially, start my career in a Java and .NET, but recently 6 to 7 years I worked in a Python and JavaScript on both framework, front-end framework as well as back-end framework. Regarding the introduction, uses, key features, then setup, like the how to install and we start it from the first hello program. Okay, so nothing worry about. um, I try to clear each and every basic concepts, and we covered each and every concepts in details. Okay, so let me share my screen. So is it visible? Okay, so see, Python is I think so this is a programming language which is used in a high level interpreted, and this is a open source programming language. Open source, so meaning is that we can directly download the setup file without purchasing and use it directly. So whatever the libraries are available in a Python, we can use directly. No need to buy them. Okay, so that's why we say that this is the open source programming language, not a Python, but almost 90% programming languages are in a open source programming language. We just need to learn it. So where to use the Python? So Python used in a like the artificial intelligence, machine learnings, data science, then automations, then web development, then scripting, then mobile applications. Okay. So then game development. Okay. So I think whatever the number of areas are available in the market, so I think Python is everywhere. Okay. But a lot of works are related to the data science, data analytics, machine learning, and AI. So most of the peoples are work on those platforms. Okay, and very less people are work on a web development, scripting, and mobile app. Is that as compared to the number of jobs and number of peoples are working on that areas. So the data science and data analytics is the top one. Then next is the scripting, next is the web development, and very less is the mobile app. The mobile app is a new in a Python. It's a Kiwi. Kiwi libraries are used to develop the mobile application. But in market currently, React Native and the Swift. So those two platform or and Flutter as well. So those are the used to develop the mobile applications. So Kiwi is not popular. Okay. So what are the key features in a Python? So it's easy to read, write. It's a very large community. It's a cross platform and they have very huge libraries. Okay. So again, we say that what is the open source? It's a free use, free distribution, and source code the visibility. Okay. So first we try to install the Python. So to see how to install the Python, let me share my entire screen. So when you search on Google, install Python on Windows or just install Python, so you will get the first link. Let me zoom it. You will get the first link. This is the official link, www.python.org. Okay, go to this link. You can see that which one is the latest version of a Python. You can see here. This is the pre-release version 3.15. Okay, so that is in I think maintenance status is a pre-release, so that is not a completely release now. So the stable version is a 3.14. So see, you can see in here 3.14. Okay, so you can see that the Python version is a the 3 version 3. So the Python 2 was came in I think 2005 or 6. After that only the third version is upgraded 3.1, 3.2, 3.2, like that. So currently 3.15 is there. 3.15 will release not, so you can see in 2004, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. So every year release a new version. Okay, I think we see every October month. You can see in here every October month release the new version. So this version is also stable in 2026. Okay, so we can install the 3.14. So which version is minimum required to do the programming in a Python? Like we want to run the programs like the scripting, then automations, data science. Okay, so you should have the minimum 3.8, 3.9. Okay, at least you should have 3.9, 3.10. So how to check the version of a Python? Just open your command prompt and just hit the Python hyphen version. So you can see on my system, the Python is already installed and my version is a 3.13.5. Okay, so this is also okay. But if you want to upgrade your existing version or if you want to install a new setup, you can just directly click on the download button in here. If you are using the Windows operating system, if there is a Mac or Linux, if go to that link. So in here in Mac, so this is the setup file 3 point. You can choose the 3.14. This one you can choose anyone. Okay, at least the version is a minimum 3.10. So you can choose anyone. If now I am choosing this one 3.14.0, click on download button. So download gets started. Okay, so I am just double clicking that file. Okay, now see that setup is installed. um so that file is downloaded in your download directory. So launch when that is ready. Okay, so click on install Python. So see that window, it says that you have already Python, you need to update the setting now. Yes, I'm just click on yes. Yes, add command directly to your path now. Let me check. Let me extract this file, copy to the fine. I think that is already installed. Let me launch the Python or just cross check the version is updated or not. So that setup is already in my system. So that's why it just upgraded. Let me cross check. Okay, so that is not yet updated. Okay, so we just cross check the setup. Python install manager. Yeah, I think this is a Python install manager. You just go to the download and click on this 3.14.0. This is the setup file. Now the setup file is downloaded. So it's near about the 28 MB. Let me double click. Yeah, so setup is look like this one. Okay. So before click on that, the install now. Okay. So you just check this, the checkbox, this one, add python.exe to the path. So the meaning is that when the setup is completed, means that installation is completed, then on that time, wherever the Python is installed in your the directory, so that path is set on your environment variable. So once that path is set to your environment variable, then you can use that version in any drive or in your entire system. So just check to that the checkbox and click on the install now. Okay, so it not take the much more time. Okay, setup was successful. Let me close this window. This one was different. And let me reopen again a command prompt. You can reopen again and just check the Python version. It's still 3.13. Okay, let me check my environment variable. So go to your system, edit the system environment variable. You can see in here in path section, I think maybe there are a lot of multiple versions are available in here. You can see the Python 3.10 is also there. 3.14 is also there. Okay. In my system, the Anaconda is also there. Anaconda is also one of the application to use to execute the Python programs. So that's why the multiple paths are set in my environment variable. So that's why it take the version the 3.13, so which is set by the Anaconda. So no worries. If that version is above 3.10, so that is okay to run your programs. Okay, so like that way you can set up your the Python. So once that the Python is installed successfully, you just cross check in your command prompt, is that installed properly or not. If in here it shows the command not found or like except the versions, if you get the any other kind of errors, so meaning is that the Python is not set up in your system properly. Okay, so if you are able to see the Python version, then your system is used to, or you can use the Python as a, is that Python as a compiler in your the system. You can run the Python program easily on any editor. Any doubts in here? So this is just a basic setup of a Python. So after that, you can use the any basic editor like the Notepad, WordPad, and you can run your the program. So this is a first step. The second step is that you can use the VS Code editor or a PyCharm editor and run your the program. And the third step, you can install the Jupyter notebook and run your the program. Okay. So there are multiple ways to run the Python programs. So which one is the best? I will tell you on lastly. The first step is done. Okay, we already cross check the version of a Python. So if I want to run the Python code, then how we can execute it? So you can see in your system the IDE is installed. You can see IDE. So once you do this setup, the IDE is automatically installed. That is binded to that the setup. Let me zoom this window so that IDLE, so that is the one of the basic editor. So that is already binded to the default Python setup. So how you can test it, the Python program? So you can just try the print hello Python and just click on enter. That is executed. So this is your output. Okay, so Python is not like the other programming language like the Java, .NET. Okay, so Python have the directly interpreter. You can directly write your the program and click on run button or directly hit on enter. That script is directly executed. Okay, so it is not required the main method to execute the program. So it directly executed the line by line, whatever we have to write it. Okay, so this is the basic IDLE editor. Okay, so now let's go to the second step. Let me write in here in the canvas. So first one is the basic setup. Second one using VS Code editor, and third one is the Jupyter notebook using Anaconda setup. Okay, so we first clear how to do the basic setup. Now this is just for the editor. This is just for the editor, and a lot of a developer use the VS Code editor in the market. If any developer is working in a company, so 90% developer use the VS Code editor. Either this is a Python language or a JavaScript language. Okay, in JavaScript, also in a React, Node.js, and in a Python as well, like in a web development, like the Flask, Fast API, or Django. Most of the developer use the VS Code editor. Okay, and other developer also use the PyCharm. Okay, and for the scripting purpose, automation scripting purpose, data science, then those developer use the Jupyter notebook. Okay, so I will show you how to use the VS Code editor. Go to in here, Google, download VS Code, download VS Code. Okay, you can enter the VS Code. If you are mistakenly type the Visual Studio Code, then you will get the .NET setup. Okay, so keep in mind, you just enter the VS Code download. So it's a download Visual Studio Code, Mac, Linux, Windows. Click on that, the first link. Okay, so depending on your the operating system, you can click on that setup file. So that is downloaded. So that setup is near about 110 MB. So near about 110 MB. Okay, so that setup is also easy to install. So I am just double click on it. Okay, so that is also already installed in my system. Just click on I accept, click on next, next, install. It's just like a editor, but that editor have a lot of features. So that's why the most of the developer would like to use the VS Code editor to execute the programs. So see, it look like this one, look like this one. You just create a folder where you want to save all your the program. So open that the folder. So let me go to the 25 or in anywhere like in here I am just create a one folder like the Python, and I am selecting that the folder. So once you select that the folder, you are able to see in here that is your the folder location path. You can close this the welcome window, and you can create, let me zoom. Yeah, so you can create a file in here, right click, new file, like a first.py. Okay, so extension of Python file is .py. So first.py. So here you write your the Python script, Python code, whatever. And if you want to run it, if you want to run it, then here is directly run button, run Python file here, or you can open your the terminal, go to the view, click on terminal. So there is a terminal in here. This is your the directory where that file is located. You can also cross check the Python version. Okay, you can also see the Python version in here. So this terminal is same as on your the command prompt, on your the command prompt. Okay, so let me write in here print hello Python in VS Code editor. Okay, so that white dot, the meaning is that the file is not yet saved. Okay, so you can save your file, Control S, then that white dot is gone. Then there are two way to run this program. Just click on that run button, or you can use the command. Okay, so first let me show you the when you click on this button. So you can see in here, this is your output, hello Python VS Code editor. Okay, and the alternate way you can run the Python first.py using this command Python, then your file name. This is your the output. Okay, so this is the second way. Cleared? Yeah, if you have any doubts, let me know. You can see in here, 3.10 is coming from the year 2021. Okay, so if you are use the older version like the 3.9, 3.8, 3.5, 3.3 on your system, there are older files or the older libraries that are not yet updated, the recent libraries. So you can see if I am going to the Google and I'm just asked to the Google, so how much new library added on daily basis of Python. You can see 100 of new packages are added every day. Means you can imagine that in Python, 100 new library were added on every day. New library. Okay. So in 365 days into 100, so almost there are a 3,500 library coming on every year. So if you use the older version, then it's near about 5 year older. Means that in your system, the all the libraries are older, or in your system the not of all new libraries were added, right? And if you are trying to use the basic Python programs, then it's okay. The 3.5 version is okay, 3.6 version is okay. But slowly, if you are going to the advanced level, or if you are trying to use the advanced features in your the program, then on that time you will get some problem, because in your system that features or functionality is not yet installed, because in your system have some older version. So that's why I'm saying that at least the 3.10 is lowest version. If you want to run the Python web development, Python automations, data science, machine learning in beginner level. If you go to the some advanced level, just I think my suggestion is that install at least 3.12. Okay, on beginner level everything is there for the 3.10. So you can see in Python there is a very huge community in here, huge community. So lot of developers, lot of companies, if facing the any library related issues or any major issues, so means that functionality is available in that library but that is not work properly, then on that time they use the community, Python community. So depending on that the type, so they just upload the issues onto that the platform, and there are a lot of developers are in there onto that the community. So they suggest the solution on that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
So community is the yeah community is a so community is important on when the any new programming languages is popular. So community is very important.
Okay.
So
Okay.
most of the developer use that section.
Okay.
Whatever I shown the setup, so means that setup is permanently installed on your the system. You can use any editor and run your the program. But without installing setup, if you want to run your the program, then there are a lot of online compiler is available, like the Python online compiler. You can search on Google, choose any compiler. Okay, so this is an online compiler. So this is your the program. Click on the run. This is your the output. But in online compiler, there are limitations. Okay. So means that basic program you can do that, but in some time if we install the any third party library or when you go to some advanced level, then on that time that is not a preferable or that is not a suitable to run this the code. So on a initial level or some just doing the some basic program, so that online compiler is okay. But my suggestion is that don't use the online compiler. So this is just for a temporary purpose. Install the Python on your system and run your the program. Environment variable, whatever the applications were installed on your the system. So if that is properly installed but not you or not used properly, then you just cross check on your the environment variable that path is properly set or not. So this is the only one way to cross check. You can see in here the C user drive admin app data local program Python. So on that location that Python is installed. But if you see the multiple versions is set. So you can see the
Yeah.
314 and 310 both are in there. You can just remove any one and set only one and then click on OK, apply, and then you can see the new path were applied.
Okay.
So why I'm not removing it? Because in my system, the Anaconda is also there. Means that the for the Jupyter notebook. So in my system, the three different types of versions were installed. The one version belong to the Anaconda, one version is older version, and this is the latest one, which are installed recently. Okay. So
Okay.
depending means that if the multiple versions are in set in that the Python, so as per the sequence, so the system is choose one, which one is properly set up like that. So in that Anaconda, so multiple path are set. So that's why my system choose the Anaconda Python version, that is the 13. Multiple environment variable is not a good one, but the Anaconda is different and this basic Python is also different. But the basic Python have a multiple version like the 10 and the 14. You can just remove, just select this, delete button is there, delete this one, delete, click on OK. Then you can choose only one path or only one version of your the Python. So there is only one way to just okay. So like the VS Code, there is a one more editor. So which is a PyCharm, PyCharm download. So you can test it on your system. So that is same as a VS Code. So just look and feel is different. After downloading that, just open it, then open your the folder, create the file. There is also one button to run that the file. Okay. So there are a lot of editors are available. You can choose whatever you would like. I'm just going to the third way, how to use the Jupyter Notebook. For the Jupyter Notebook, my suggestion is that install the Jupyter Notebook entirely on your the system. So you search the Anaconda download. Anaconda download. Go to this first link. Okay. So in here is a free download button. If you are click on it, let me click on get started. Use the any email ID. Okay, so there is again two ways, Anaconda distribution, Miniconda. So I am just select on this one, Anaconda distributor. So that setup is near about 914 MB. Okay, so that is already installed on my system. There is nothing different way. Means that it's easy. Just double click on it. Next, finish. Okay, so I am just canceling it. So after installing, go to you in your here and just select the Anaconda Navigator. This one, Anaconda Navigator. So it takes some time to open. So when you are using the Jupyter Notebook, don't need to install the Python basic setup. You can directly download the Anaconda and do the setup. On time of doing the setup of Anaconda, the Python will install automatically. Okay, so you can see in here there are a lot of other options are also available. It's not for a Jupyter Notebook, but in future, if you want to run the any other applications like you can see in here, VS Code is also in here. You can see the PyCharm is also there. Just click on that launch. Jupyter is also there. So there are a lot of other applications that are used to the Python. Okay. RStudio is also there. So I'm just going to select the Jupyter Notebook. Click on launch. Now this is the third section, Jupyter Notebook.
Okay.
You can see it here. So basic Python VS Code, this third one, Jupyter Notebook.
Okay. Okay.
How to run the Python on Jupyter Notebook. So this is a Jupyter. You can see in here Jupyter, and that run on your browser in the some local port number, and that location is default on your the document for the user document locations. Let me close this one, and in here you just create a new Python file, or choose in your folder where you want to save the program. Just create a new folder, new new folder, then onto that folder create in your Python file. So when you choose this the Python file, you can see it look like this one. So the interface is look like this one. So here you want to write your program, here is the run button, and you will get the output immediately on a next screen. So you can see the print hello Python from Jupyter. Click on run button, this is your output, and again a new cell is there. So what is difference, or when to choose the Jupyter Notebook and when to choose the VS Code? Okay. So I have some points on there. So when you have a multiple line program, or you want to save the multiple programs on a separate file, okay, then on that time choose the VS Code, because that VS Code, this is the folder structure, and you can create the separate Python file in here, or a folder structures in here, and all those multiple file belongs to the one of the main folder in your the projects. Means that in your project have a multiple project structure, like there are a multiple files, multiple folder. Then my suggestion is that use the VS Code. And if you want to run the program one by one, don't saving each and every program on a separate file, then choose the Jupyter. So onto this Jupyter, so everything is saved in only one file. This file. If I'm saving the basic Python or rename, you can see this program is also saved to this file. And later when I write the second program, print hi, print 1 2 3, print for example, this is a notebook, and when you click on run, so this is the output. So this program output, this program output, and again a new seg. So for basic practicing purpose, Jupyter is okay. But in later, for example, after 10 days, 20 days, if you are good in a Python, and later that if you are working on one of the assignment program, and that program length is goes to more than 50 lines, 60 line, 100 line. So best way to create the separate file of the program and save that program using the separate name. If you are working on another assignment, create another assignment, the new file, and create that code to the separate file. But in here, all the programs are saved one by one. So this is not a good way to practicing. So that's why my suggestion is that use the VS Code or a PyCharm editor to doing the programs. But this is a okay for a beginner level, just for first 10 to 20 days. So got it? My point? Any other doubts?
Do I need to have any prerequisite knowledge of any, like you said, like Java or anything to understand this better? Or, I mean, without having programming, no?
Not
Still.
required. Not required. I will cover the each and every points from scratch. If anyone don't have the any programming language, programming knowledge, so don't worry about that. I will cover each and every concepts from scratch level.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Because when you go to the other programming language, try to learn it like the Java or C programming. So that is difficult to learn as compared to Python.
Yeah. Fair.
So, so just learn the first programming language as a Python, because this is easy to learn as compared to others. So my suggestion is that from tomorrow, I think each and everyone, whatever you would like to run the program on your system, just install that editor, either Jupyter or VS Code or PyCharm, or ideally basic Notepad, WordPad, that is also okay. I will explain you the print function later. What is the use of print, how that print function is used in a different way. So don't worry about that. I am just testing this program now. Okay, the print is used to print the message. That's it. but we will working on that the statement on later, how that the print function is work, what are the different parameters and everything.